northern states of India, when winter is at its peak, the festival of Sankranti is considered very auspicious as it signifies new beginnings. Bonfires are lit, songs are sung, and children and adults dance in delight, celebrating the upcoming spring. Friends and families exchange peanuts, jaggery, and sweets like the one we're going to prepare today, til ki barfi. This barfi is made with toasted sesame seeds that is mixed with rich milk khoya and sugar to make a soft and chewy barfi. The ingredients we require today are khoya, sesame seeds or til, ghee, sugar, and water. We will start by toasting our sesame seeds. Make sure you have a few minutes free when you're doing this. Don't answer the phone if it rings or even the doorbell. You leave it for a couple of seconds and there's a chance that your sesame seeds might burn. This will take about 3 to 5 minutes and you'll suddenly see that the sesame seeds start popping. There's usually 3 types of sesame seeds. The one that's black, which has its cover or husk on. Then one that's pure white, that looks very pretty. And then there's one that's slightly brown like these. These have the maximum flavor in them. So if you can, try to buy brown sesame seeds. Can you hear the sesame seeds pop? This means that they're almost getting done. They'll pop up like popcorn. Make sure you keep stirring. At this point, we're almost done when the popping stops. The reason that we allow the sesame seeds to pop is so that it can release its flavor and oils very easily when we want to make the barfi, so that it has a nice, strong til flavor. Our sesame seeds have now roasted well. We'll turn it off and allow this to cool. Cool completely so that we will be ready to grind it in the blender a little later. Now we will melt or roast our khoya. Make sure you do this on a low flame. Keep stirring so that the khoya doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan. You know your khoya is well cooked when it starts giving out ghee. Also, it's really good to do this on a non-stick pan or on a heavy bottom pan so that it doesn't stick to the bottom. Keep stirring. Our khoya is almost done. You know when it's done, when it gives a nice rich aroma of something sweet being made. Also, it will form a ball when you mix it with your spatula. So we'll turn off the heat and let this cool. Our sesame seeds have cooled down now and we will blend this to a fine powder. We have now powdered our sesame seeds. It's not very fine and it's not very coarse. You should make sure that the sesame seeds have cooled down completely before you blend them. Next, we'll prepare a sugar syrup. So take 1.5 cups of sugar. Add 3/4 cup water. And we'll cook this until the sugar melts. While the sugar is melting, we will add the sesame seeds to our khoya mixture. So I'll move this to another flame. This is 1 cup of mawa and we'll add 1 cup of the sesame powder. Mix this well and then we will add the sugar syrup once it's ready. Make sure you make the syrup on a low flame As you can see, the sugar is now melting lightly into the water. Make sure this is done on a low flame. If you put it on a high flame, it will only caramelize and the barfi will become hard. While our sugar is melting and the syrup is forming, we'll grease a dish in which we are going to set the barfi. Make sure you grease it on all sides, including the corners, so that it's very easy to remove when you cut them. Today I'm using a rectangular pan, but you could use any shape you desire. As you can see, all the sugar has melted and the syrup is now coming to a boil. At this point, make sure you keep stirring and slightly increase the heat. We need to get a one string consistency, so this will take about 3 to 4 minutes on a medium-high flame. Since we have reached the one string consistency, we're going to add in the Khoya and the til mixture. Mix well. You have to work quick. Make sure it's incorporated well. Keep stirring till you don't see any of the Khoya lumps. As you can see, there are no more lumps. It has become a nice smooth mixture. At this point, we will pour it into our mold. Set this aside to cool for about half an hour to an hour. Sesame seeds are a great source for vitamin E, copper and manganese. They also have the wonderful nutty flavor that they impart to this barfi. According to Ayurveda, these seeds help in respiratory health and improves minor coughs and colds that are common this winter months. With so many health benefits and so easy to prepare, I hope you will make Til ki barfi this Makar Sankranti.